Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. I want to share with you a clip from a recent conversation between me and Jim where we talk about our favorite Chaos Legion card art. This is actually favorite and least favorite. We get into both of it from all the Chaos Legion cards, and it's a fun conversation, just a little bit lighthearted, Splinterlands related, but also just a little bit playful. And all the love in the world to Splinterlands. Some of our reviews on some of these cards is not favorable, but I have to say right up front, I couldn't do any better. So I love the game regardless. This is just a lighthearted conversation, talking about our favorites and our least favorites. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks guys for your time and attention. Have an amazing day. God bless. And I want to talk about art style because there are some cards that just are amazing. Let's do that. Let's do a little clip here. So it's 10:15. Okay. And then let's go through and do it, Jim. And like we usually do, we'll give each other time to think about it and make some calls. Okay, so I want to look at, let's start with Chaos Legion and we'll go through the various splinters, not rarities. Start with fire and look at regular only. Okay, so fire splinter, these are the newest chaos cards. And let's see, 1, 2, I'm counting cards. I'm counting cards that I think here on this page look amazing. I don't think every one of them looks amazing, but I do honestly believe there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 that I really like, and 3 of them that I think are amazing. And so what do you feel? And is there one that stands out to you that's probably the best, or do you just hate these? Let me know what you think.
You know, honestly, they're all kind of bad.
I just thumbs down.
I actually really like Tusk the Wide.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's pretty awesome.
he's,
I love him. Actually, let's look at his lore. That's the way to do it, isn't it? Cards, fire.
oh, but real quick, since we were talking about the Forgotten one, the only thing I don't like about the Forgotten one is how clean that sword is.
That's true. You know what though? You know what that is, because Splinterlands is always thinking about keeping it PG. They want to keep it like open for the kids. If this thing was covered in gore, that would be a
I
problem.
wasn't even talking about that.
What do you mean?
Just like, rather than it being a pure steel, like they could have turned it into more like a molten rock bludgeoning weapon.
I kind of like how it looks against the blackness of his body and the fire.
Yeah.
This to me is one of the coolest cards that's out there. This is why I wanted to bring the conversation, because I think it's awesome. Like, I mean, it's got the perspective. I love the perspective. Like, it's like he's leaning in and he looks menacing, but yet there's a fine line between, like, they could have done the artwork in a way that it was scary, that it was not at all playful, that it was too harsh for a broader audience. This is clearly menacing, but at the same time cartoony, and that's a delicate line to walk. I think it looks really, really awesome. I think it's one of my favorite cards to look at. Plus, it happens to be a good card. And I've never read the lore, but I'm sure it's. Man, I need
also, people were saying that he skipped leg day in the chat.
That's right.
I guess you could say he forgot that one. Huh? Huh? I'll see myself out.
So for next Friday, we'll be taking resumes for whoever wants to come on.
Yeah.
Jim's been let go.
Yep, I no longer work for Splinterlands. I apologize.
This is number 2. My only complaint with Grum is that, like, and Aggie said this about his own artwork the other day. I just think he looks too unscathed, or maybe there's something. He's got scars. I like it a lot. I like the lighting here. It looks like there's a fire over here. That blade, he looks to me like some sort of anime character. I want to know more.
So kind of like that. If they took how that darkness is, or that black is on that sword, and kind of added a little bit more darker or even like a lighter
Yep.
gray
Yep.
to Forgotten One's blade, I think it could have stood out a bit more.
I see. So you just hate the artist, is what you're saying?
Yeah, art is bad.
This is a card that I don't really love. This is one of the ones I don't love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a pile of Dookie.
Yeah, Rock Dookie. I think they did a good job of, like, clearly he is like lava overflowed out of a volcano, and he's solidifying, and yet he's alive. I like the idea. I even like, I can see the detail in the face, and he looks like he's kind of poised to strike. So there's elements of it that I like, but it's not my favorite, and it's probably, my opinion is probably influenced by the fact that I just don't really like this card. I obviously have a max copy, but it's too slow. I like, especially with fire, I often am looking for very fast melee monsters. So I own it, but I don't generally play with it. Any other winners or losers on this page, Jim?
I like Tarsa just because she reminds me of a League of Legends character.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that what you're talking about, but I definitely like this like schoolgirl look, and she looks yet like she's like a fire starter or something. Yeah, it's a cool one.
If you looked up Annie from League of Legends, you'd know exactly that's her.
Images. Yeah, I think I played, like, this is the little girl, and then she grew into Tarsa. Yeah, I see ya.
Yep.
I see it.
Change my mind is what I'll say.
I also like the Scavo Firebolt and the Antoid Platoon. Those were a couple other ones, but I'm less excited about them than Forgotten One and Grum, wherever he is. And also Tenyi with the blade, but he just looks too, I wish he looked a little meaner in the eye. Just a slight alteration with like a little furrowed brow, and I would probably like him even more. This guy makes me think about, help me with this, Jim. Earthbender, Waterbender, Firebender, Last Airbender, and
I'm having major deja vu right now.
Yeah.
But the thing with him, like, since he's supposed to be more of a samurai, like, they were a lot about meditating, being calm, relaxed, in control of themselves.
Yeah.
So I think they do a really good job with this, with not having him be ridiculously angry.
He just looks focused. Yeah, that's a good call. I really, really like this blade, but he reminds me of like a fire bender from Last Airbender. Yeah, for sure.
Looks like Zuko with the shadow on his left side of the face, like it's scarred.
Yeah, Zuko. That's who I was trying to remember. Okay, actually, let's go to the market. That way we can look at all of them, because that wasn't all of the fires. There's a couple I'm missing. But here we go. Blue and Chaos. Okay.
Eli, yes, DEC is going to dip below peg at the end of the airdrop. Yeah. Towards the end of the airdrop.
I think that's true. And I think, side note, if that happens, remember Splinterlands said that they were going to accept 4,000 DEC per chaos pack. So that'll facilitate more chaos packs being sold, because if DEC is below peg, people will go over here to Hive Engine and they'll buy DEC because it'll be below peg, and they can buy it here for, let's say, $3 or $3.50 per 4,000, and they can transfer it easily over to Splinterlands and buy chaos packs with it, thereby giving yourself a discount on each and every pack. And so that will, I think that happened during Untamed sales, and I think it will happen here again under Chaos. So interesting.
And they also ask, how low could it actually go that we think? Probably not too much below pegged, right? I do think Steve has brought up that it was 20. You were able to get it for about 20 or 25% cheaper. So it could have been like 0.8 to the 80 cents rather than $1 for 1,000, or like 75 cents to the 1,000 for $1.
I think it's going to be as low as a 35% discount. So
I can see it.
The
People
reason
dumping it.
The reason I say that too is because it was a 35% discount when I was buying Untamed packs, and I've got
Okay.
if you guys go to I guess they would be on Steemit because I was writing on Steemit back then, and you look at Infidel 1258. I used to blog on Steemit. That's the precursor to Hive Steam, and we talked about that already. But I blogged on there, and I wrote about how I was getting a 35% discount on my. In fact, is it more? So they were $2 packs. Yeah, and I was buying them because they cost $2 from Splinterlands, but then I was buying them with $1.30 worth of investment because I was able to use Steam to buy DEC on Steam Engine, which is the precursor even to Hive Engine, and as a result, I was getting a 35% discount on all of my packs. And yeah, man, I mean, no, there was no reason. There's no reason to hold DEC. There was no airdrop back then, and just like today, DEC is given away for free when you play the game, so people are willing to sell it, even if it is technically a loss. They just like if they don't want chaos packs, then they will probably continue to do that. So
It's also thinking
hey,
about that, right? It's like, we talked about, oh, what is a story people are going to tell down the line as of
mhm,
right now?
mhm.
Well, if you guys are also paying attention, you're able to get 25% off on Chaos Legion packs.
Yeah,
You're able to spend $3 to get them.
right now on Hive Engine, you mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I for sure there will come a time when chaos packs are sold out. I don't know if it's 5 months away or a year and a half away, but I think definitely they will sell out. And then when they sell out, scarcity will kick in, supply demand crunch will happen, price appreciation will occur. I feel really confident about that. And $3 people. Even now, when I said a moment ago that Untamed packs used to be $2, you all were like, "What? They were $2?" Unless you already knew that. Like that is the shocking fact that Chaos packs, or sorry, Untamed packs were given away for $2 a pack. In fact, $1.30, five because of the discounts I just described. I think $1.30. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Art on the blue team.
I think Kelia should have had a beard. That's just me.
Yeah, man. Where's the beard? Everybody knows
Yeah.
dwarf ladies have beards.
Yep.
Um, I don't feel as I don't love these ones as much. So, mm,
The
okay.
cool thing about the Wave Brood is like how big his size is,
Mhm.
and he has a little boat on his shoulder.
Yes, that is cool. That is cool.
I guess it's more of his trap.
Yeah. Um. Bakjira. Bakjira is a number one for me. I watched the lore event. There's a video lore event from Splinterlands on Bakjira, and the way it's described is very cool. It's like almost like biblical, like this massive beast. It's so gigantic. It's very cool. If you haven't seen that one, it was a lore event that was released a long time ago now. It's one of the it must have been a month or two, must have been 2, maybe even 3 months ago. But yeah, it's really cool. I think Bakjira is probably my numero uno.
He looks amazing.
Yeah. And I love that he doesn't, I love that he is like not even an attacker in the lore too. That plays into the lore in the video. Igor is too straight up. I want like more of a attack pose, even though he does look cool.
Yeah. It's more of a heroic pose than a
Yeah.
action.
Deep Lurker looks like a underwater dog, which is kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like if you had like an animal, this like doesn't he look like he's got his tongue hanging out like he's chasing after a ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't love it. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna say Bakshir, but I don't love the others.
Say the Diamond Shark looks decent, and I
Yeah.
think the Murdali Guardian is another really
Hmm.
pretty one.
Yeah, she is. You're right. There's just something about it that I guess my number 2 is Cruel Setherprod, but I do appreciate these two also.
But nothing like really wows me.
Mm.
Oh,
Let's
Mycelia.
Mycelia Queen, the Queen.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
that card is sick.
Mm. I like more here. I'm gonna say I think Grum with the double hammers is pretty sick. I also really like yes, my Queen Mycelia looks like some sort of mastermind. Um I don't like this card, but I like the artwork. He looks like a character I would want to play in a like an RPG
Game.
or something.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
even like the Hill Giant. He looks I like his stupid look, and he just something about him. I like him, but I actually like I kind of like the only one I maybe don't like is the Morphoid. It just is so creepy looking. And oh, I don't love Obsidian actually with her staff,
Yeah.
I feel I like the green team's look a lot better than I like blue.
Yeah. I also like the Goblin Tower. It's just a group of goblins.
This is this is a card I never play, never.
Yeah, I know.
White, um,
Ooh, White has a lot of really
there is
gorgeous
yeah,
cards.
there's some goodies.
Yeah.
Who's number one? You figure?
Ooh, oh, number one?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's a tie between Adelaide and Prismologist.
Ooh, you almost had the right answer. Adelaide is for sure tie, but I think Uriel is up there with the
Yeah.
flaming blade in the Bible.
Yeah.
You love this
Yeah.
guy, love him.
Yeah.
But I also really like Chaos Knight and Celestial Harpy. Even looks pretty cool. I haven't looked at Celestial Harpy on the full image. I like it a little less now that I see the whole thing, but I still like it.
Yeah.
Chaos Knight, let me see. Oh, she's a beast. This is one of my
It took me a little bit to really start liking this card because I didn't like that it was supposed to be a tank and it didn't really have the stats and low BCX to really be a tank.
I know what you mean, and that happens like there's several cards at this mana price that are like that. At every splinter, there's like now they're all so different. It's hard to compare, but I mean they're definitely like this makes me think of like a spineback turtle. Spineback turtle has, you know, 1 or 2 attack. It has no shield. It does have armor and hit points, none of which are super high. As you get into highest levels, yes, it has good amount of hit points, and it has some cool other abilities. Spineback turtle is only 4 mana. This is 6 mana. This is much faster than that card, and it has the inspire at higher levels. So they're very different. But there is lots of tanks that are not kind of. This is like a B tier, or maybe I think it's a B tier tank, and I like it for what it is. And I'll throw it in certain contexts. I wouldn't. It's not an every match go to, but it's like when you are able to attack from any position and you can take advantage of the inspire at diamond or champion. It's a very strong card at that level for sure. Let's see. Windaku is well done. I find it creepy, but it's really well done. Like the fact that it elicits that emotion in me says something. But I just it's not my fave.
Did you see the attack animation for it that they released?
I think I did, yeah.
It's where it's like plucking out their eyeball.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so dark.
Ooh, Murat looks like a boss.
He looks amazing.
Like, is he conjuring something there? What's going on there?
Probably.
Yeah, I like that. Anybody else you love, Jim?
I'm a huge fan of Lyra and also Magi Necrosi.
This was the other one I was thinking. I like the magic here looks really special. Like there's a lot of cards who are dropping who are magic cards that look pretty cool. This guy over here's got a different type of magic. This guy over here's got a different type of magic. The sapper just looks like he's like ready to conjure something, but isn't yet. I like his face though, by the way.
Yeah.
So, but Necrosi looks there's like a glow around it that looks. This looks
Like
very
a Jawa.
polished. It looks very polished. I like this one a
Yeah.
lot.
If you guys know what a Jawa is from the first episode of Star Wars, when they're getting R2D2 and I believe C3PO was there as well.
Hmm.
Those little guys. That's
Mm.
what that reminds me of.
Mm. One dragon. I have to say, wow,
Oh man.
it's tough. He's not the best dragon, but I say Zyvax for the best artwork. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, like you can be wrong. Just go ahead and click on that Chaos Dragon for me, Dwayne.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Let's go ahead and see that dude.
It is really cool.
Holy cow. He's
Yeah.
a monster.
Looks like he just landed in the like he's like straight out of Skyrim. Like it's I love the wings, the coloring, the lighting in the background. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he's got red behind him makes me think that he like set fire to something behind him.
Yeah. Oh, he for sure did.
Mm. And
Especially when you get him to level 2. He's laying fire to everything.
I know the blast is super awesome.
Yeah.
And neutrals, I only really like 2 of these. What do you think?
Which one are you liking?
Disintegrator, surprisingly. I really, this robot, it's like biomechanical and he looks ferocious. He looks animalistic. I can see his little, there's like a muffler there, like pumping out exhaust. I really like him, the way it looks. I don't love the card so much. I do use it in certain niche situations. And I think it's one that everyone's gonna wish they owned eventually, but that's one of my 2. Do you see anything here?
So, I want to say Dr. Blake because I feel like it's overrated,
Mhm.
but I'm going to say Dr. Blake.
Mm,
It's a plague, man.
yeah.
Aggro cosplayed as it. Come on.
Yeah, he's cool. I really like the card. I use it a lot. I think it's very powerful. I just don't. I even like the artwork, but I don't love the artwork. I think this card looks cool though.
Yeah, that guy seems very menacing.
Yeah, I like his. I like he looks like he's he's on the attack. Again,
He's sadistic right now.
another type of look on or take on magic. Lots of different, very creative, interpretations of what their magic attacks might look like across the board. Very cool. Even though I don't love some of these cards, like I said, a few of them I didn't like, and others I feel ambivalent about. The art style has gone way, like, to amazing new levels, and I mean it wouldn't take long to find some old. I don't want to call out old bad ones, but there are some old bad ones, and I think we've heard Nate kind of talk about maybe updating some of the old arts, giving new skins and stuff. So anyways, that was fun. Thanks for doing that with me, Jim. Thanks for